God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
There's nothing Ronnie Ball can change about his past.
I was on ice and methamphetamines, and yeah, once I mixed them two together, I was a time bomb going off, you know.
What's the attraction of ice?
The attraction, it's just an upper, you know, it's a rush. It gives me a feeling of ego. My ego's up there, it gives me energy, it gives me, you know, but I know deep down inside it's wearing me apart, you know, my soul, my spirit, that just fades out of me. And
prison system.
He's spent almost all his adult life in jail.
I've spent about 23 years now, and I'm only 45, you know. I've been 22 years in society. I've got 2 kids. First, I went to jail in '89. My son was born 2 days before I went to jail. I tattooed it on my leg while I was in jail.
And there's your new life behind you.
That's my new baby there, Courage. I'm going to name him Courage. That's what it's taken me. It's taken me a lot of courage to change the things I can, you know. I need to change my life, change me, change my attitude, change everything about me, you know. Yeah. Ronnie Ball, Wiradjuri.
Ronnie is a Wiradjuri man from Sydney's western suburbs. Most of the men here are Indigenous, from communities ravaged by ice.
All right, I want all the dance crew all stick together. All right? Hello, how are you? It's good to be here. It's good to be able to share. This place here is a very special place for men folk who've come to a turn in the river and probably took the wrong fork, but they're back now to one water hole, this place.
Once I did start using ice, all it does is rob you of your family, rob you of your dignity, rob you of your dreams, rob you of your sanity. So, if you're looking to, and I suppose for me, it takes everything before it kills you.
Joshua TOOMEY first used ice when he was 19.
Before I knew it, I was addicted. Really started thinking some crazy thoughts, some really mad things in the head. My head like a foxtail box with 180 channels all going at the same time and just bagging me, telling me I'm this, telling me I'm that.
He's been clean for 7 years and is now the chairman of the local land council. He's living proof to these men that there is life after ice.
Every time I come here, it just comes back. It hits me. This place gave me enough time to settle my head down.
Why do you think ice is such a problem in Indigenous communities?
I think because it's so readily available. Marijuana and alcohol used to be the main problem drugs in communities. But today it seems to be just ice it's everywhere, whether it be out west in remote communities or along the coast or in the cities. You know, it's everywhere, and it's so highly addictive. You know, once people get the first high off ice, you keep chasing that high. You know, and it's very powerful stuff, and it takes away people's spirit straight away.
Bit of swell about, eh?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, there's a few down there.
A few left-handers.
Matt Sims is a counsellor at the Glen and a recovering addict. It took him 3 attempts to finally get clean.
Hope's not cold.
No sharks.
I grew up right next to the beach, and I surfed, and and done a lot of diving as well, collecting seafood, abalone and lobsters, and that's been a big part of my culture. And the drink and the drugs took that away from me, and it it took me away from my cultural practices and stuff. And so by getting clean and sober, allows me to get back to my culture and get my identity back.
How long have you been clean for?
I've been clean for 18 months. Yeah.
How long were you using for?
17 years. Yeah, so I'm still in early recovery myself. It's a day at a time for me.
Yeah, I'm under no illusions. I'm in for the fight of my life, for my life. I had a real negative stigma when it came to rehabilitation or rehabs in general. That was all blown away within 5 minutes of my induction. Matty did my induction, and he said that every counsellor here has been through the Glen and is a former addict. My guard dropped immediately. He has walked my path. You know, it's not some textbook warrior who is just asking me, and how does that make you feel? And how does that make you feel?
Come on, Ronnie.
Roughly 200 men go through the Glen each year. About 70% are still clean a month after they leave.
One of the side effects of the use of the ice is that high paranoia, they really take a while to settle into the program. So we really have had to adjust the program, and we give them a lot of outlets, you know, for that energy and everything that they're feeling. And one of them's what you can see behind me, you know, so we do a lot of sport.
In rehab, life is measured in time spent clean of drugs and alcohol. For some residents, that's not long at all.
I've smoked and drank since I was probably 13. I'm now 23, so it's a while.
Good stuff, brother.
How long have you been clean for?
Going on 2 weeks. 2 weeks now, to be. Went into detox first, and then now I'm here with the boys, get on the straight and narrow.
So what is it now? 2 weeks?
2 weeks clean.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Getting on the brighter side of life.
Yeah.
Mitch Longbottom is a young dad with a 4-year-old son. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
Life and death. A couple of skulls and roses. Maryborough. That's where I grew up, 2035. I stayed true. I got my dad's name. It's a bunny. He loves the bunnies. Caden for my son.
Do you think Caden's aware that you got problems with drugs and alcohol and stuff?
He's at that age where he's starting to get aware, which is another big part of the reason why I'm here. I want to be a role model to him. I don't want to be someone where my son comes home from school and is too scared to ask to go down the park, or in case he thinks I'm going to get mad or something.
He's worn out by covering up his addictions to gambling, alcohol and ice.
Lying to the family, lying to my missus, and lying to my mother, everyone that lived at home. Where's your money gone? You only just got paid today. And that could be an hour after I got paid and I've done it.
What are some of your excuses you've used in the past about burning through your cash?
Anything you could think of, I've probably used it. Just every excuse there is, I've used about money. I was just blowing it on grog or drugs or gambling. It's just shit life to live.
Shortly after this interview was filmed, Mitch abandoned rehab and went home.
I think at the end of the day, some people do just make a choice to live that certain lifestyle. I mean, I think when people enter a facility like ours, we're showing them an option, you know, we're showing them a new life, but they've still got the old life there as an option when they leave the gates. So when they finally do leave the program, they've got what we've shown them and they've got their old life. At the end of the day, they still then have to make a decision, don't they? Some people, in all due respect to them, they make the decision to return back to the old life.
All right, guys, welcome to another a little in-house meeting here tonight around the fire.
Thank you.
Okay, tonight we're going to run the group on why we're here. You know, I know why I'm here. I'm here because I'm an addict and my life was fully unmanageable.
Got into my early 20s, you know, and I started having a family. I was working jobs on and off, and that ice come into my life. That ice destroyed me.
What happened?
I lost all.
How long did it take to take everything from you?
A matter of months. Yeah, within 3 months I was living on the street.
How long before you was in jail?
4 months.
How long did you do?
Nearly 4 years.
Keep moving forward, brother. Daniel, would you like to share, mate?
I would. I didn't know what to expect when I came here, but man, what an eye-opener. It forces you to look at you, you know, and I don't think I've ever truly done that, you know, like I've always, the way I define courage, the way I define even serenity, the way I define me as a man, my behaviour, it was, in reflection, was nothing short of putrid.
None of Daniel's children speak to him.
You know, and I've got 5 kids out there who I've let down for so many years because of my addictive nature. But now, you know, I've found hope. You know, I've found a better way of life.
If you could say something to your kids right now, what would you say to them?
Wow. Wow. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I love you dearly. I miss you so much. And I'm sorry that I've been the shell of a father that I've been.
Around the fire, the men draw strength from each other. The hardest part will come when they finish rehab and walk out the gates, where the only thing standing between them and an ice pipe is their inner strength.
Ronnie, you want to give us a little bit of your story, mate?
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of rundown on my story. I've been here 3 times now, and first time I sort of like come here with a head on from courts and stuff, and I come back into this the 3rd time, and it is my last chance. So now it's time for me to man up and be the man I want to be. Face Ronald today, you know, and be Ronald. So yeah, that'll do me, guys. Thanks.